We're going to do it live. Fuck it, we're going live. You've seen that, right?
Fuck it. No.
You haven't seen that? It's like the news anchor. He's like, fuck it, we're going live.
I think I have, actually.
Just a classic old clip.
All right.
Well, we're here. Morweiser episode 1.
Morweiser episode 1.
It's like 1_4.
Yeah, for real.
It's like a couple times.
We got to practice. We got to warm up. You know,
we got to practice. We got to warm up.
We're new to this.
We're new to this. We're feeling good, though.
Absolutely.
We're feeling great.
Feeling amazing.
We got some good energy going for us. We
got energy.
We got some cool things coming our way.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about where we're at. Where are we at, dude? How are we feeling? Today's October 12th.
October 12th. We're feeling good. We're feeling blessed.
What's going on in your life? What do we got coming up? What's cool?
So we have a show in LA next month. We're opening up for Bunt at the Roxy, and that's very exciting for us. Shouts out Bunt. Shouts out Bunt's team. We just had a song cleared. The next Bunt and Nate record called Peace and Silence is cleared and going through. So shouts out all parties involved. This is amazing. This is a win for everyone. I don't know, just feeling good. We're going to get some golfing in today. The weather in Florida is starting to cool off. It's nice.
Starting to simmer down.
Yeah, the summer, man, feels like forever sometimes down here. You get to forget, and you're like, oh, shit.
It's
Are
funny.
we stuck in this?
It's funny, too, because, like, the first, like, couple weeks of summer, you're like, it's not that bad. We're from here. It makes sense.
And then you get to...
And then you're a month, and you're like, does this shit ever end?
And then you get to fall, and it's still summer, and you're like, I don't know if it ends. And then, boom, that fall energy change comes in. You feel it in the background, and you're like, oh, it's going down.
Dude, I think that was one of the toughest parts about traveling during the summer. Like, we went up to New York. Still pretty damn humid up there.
Yeah.
And it was hot.
It's a different type of humid, too, because you're in that city, in the container. It's like...
Yeah, you're in the box. You're, like, in a big Tupperware, which is, like... just a bunch of buildings and wild people. And then, dude, LA was nice. I mean, that was
beautiful.
That was the nicest weather I've ever
experienced. As much as I never want to live there again, the weather is beautiful.
Dude, I was just still so confused. I'm like, I can wear a sweater in the summer and not sweat. This is insane.
Absolutely.
Dude, I've had a long battle with sweat.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I remember I was doing CrossFit back in high school.
Yeah.
And you know, that was when they were getting free samples of pre-workouts. And so we just take
pre-workouts are like bad, bro.
Pre-workouts are
it's like meth.
Yeah, it should not be I don't know. It shouldn't be a thing. But no, so I remember, dude, the first time I realized I was like above average sweaty. We went to like an away game, like a football game, and I was like, I got my little button down, dude. I was so lame what I used to wear, dude. I mean, I'm just getting out of that now, I think. But
you got some swag now. Look at this windbreaker.
Dude, Cappy bought me this for Christmas like 3 or 4 years ago.
Damn, Cappy balled on you.
Okay, thank you, bro. I got a little windbreaker.
I like that. What's up, Cappy? What about me? I'm kidding.
Dude, I feel like you would be the hardest person to buy clothes for.
Cappy does ball on me, though.
Yeah.
In his own way. I mean, it is difficult to buy clothes for me, even me, you know? Like, growing up, like, I was such an awkward size. It's where, like, I would go to Target, and all the smalls are gone. Now I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, mediums or larges, and I was leaning into the large for a while because mediums just get snagged up. It's hard out here for the tiny man.
It's hard out here. But back to the sweaty story. So I'm like, I'm like wearing, like, Sperry's probably, and, like... fucking like khaki shorts and like a little button down shirt.
God bless America.
Dude, God bless Florida. And so, dude, I'm at the game. I like walk over, I'm a little late, and I sit down. There's a couple of the girls behind me, and I remember I was there for like 10 minutes, and one of the girls is like, Josiah, why is your whole back soaked? And I'm like,
no, not the girl.
I was like, no, don't say that.
Did you have a crush on her?
No, it's just one of the homies, like, still to this day. But I was just like, what? Is something wrong with me? And I like went to the bathroom, and I was like, why am I sweaty through
getting
this
anything
whole...
like pointed out like that at that age sucks. Like, you're like,
it's so tough. It's definitely not something that you want to know. And yeah, so then I realized I was a sweaty boy, and I've just kind of rocked with it this whole time.
It's not the worst problem. Are you like sweaty hands too?
Sweaty hands, dude.
Okay.
Dude, I have to like play video games still to this day with like a little like moist hand towel next to me.
But I've touched some hands where it was like a fucking swamp. I don't think yours are that bad.
They're not that bad.
I don't think you like. We could dap up and it's not that crazy.
They're not that bad, but yeah. But I have to like. I always like wipe my hands off first. I'm like, yo, what's good, bro? Because
the struggle is real.
There's definitely some moments, man. And I'm just like a hairy guy, dude, which doesn't help. I mean, I take that over a lack of hair.
I am jealous of your beard. I will say, since you opened up about your thing, I can't grow a full beard. As you can actually see right now, it doesn't connect. That Nems dude in New York even cooked me about it. He was like, don't disrespect me with your beard that don't connect. I was like, no.
No.
Bro, he roasted me on like everything though. He was like, with your earplugs that match your shirt. Bro, he was killing me. It was so funny, dude.
I remember seeing that. And I was uneducated on who the guy was at the time, but I was like, yo, my boy just getting cooked in New York.
Yeah.
Why does he like this place?
Yeah, I was like, well, at least I don't live in a fucking Tupperware box, dude.
Yeah, facts. Good times, bro.
For real.
But yeah, man, it's an exciting time. We're also in the middle of the rollout of Travel with Friends.
Yep.
We got one more song coming out.
One more song.
What song do we got coming out?
Green Eyes. Green Eyes featuring Mark Richards, Sebastian Portillo, and Alex. It's a banger.
It's a heater of a lineup.
It's got 4 dudes on it.
It's got 4 dudes.
We're like the Pop Wu-Tang Clan on this record, dude. Straight up.
That's a good way to put it, man. Do you remember the day that we started working on that?
Yeah.
I gotta get this off my chest. There's this green-eyed cutie in a town out west, and the last time I seen her, she was doing these dances in the middle of the party, and I never advanced.
It was like right before the hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Seb played that guitar, right?
Yep.
Very Weezer.
Yep.
Very Weezer element.
Yeah, and then we just started drumming it up a little bit, and then somehow we convinced Cappy to drive up from Naples, and he was here for a moment.
Team
and,
player, man.
Just came in and did his thing, bro. I love that. I love that combination, bro. Cappy's a wizard, man. If
Lethal.
I don't know where I would be if I didn't have Cappy to help finish records, because it's like I can always get something going, and then I'm just like, I have this cheat code that's one of my best friends. I'm like, hey, buddy.
Can we be honest? This whole scene, I don't know where this whole scene would be without Cappy, bro.
It's so.
That's why he's the captain, bro. That's why he's El Capitan.
It is why he is the captain.
He
bro.
opened up the ship. We all were like, all aboard.
All aboard.
And we recorded bangers, dude.
Dude, I still remember listening to. Damn, I'm sad that I'm blanking on this. What was the record on SoundCloud? That
Life Factory?
No. Just like the one song that you dropped.
Ice.
No. Yeah.
Well, I didn't record that with Cappy, though.
You didn't record that.
No. I actually recorded that with this homie Carson.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
that was like right at his crib.
But it was still that time where I was just like, I remember that day. Dude, this is a fun day to talk about. Okay, yeah, this is a great story. So, I remember, cause bro. Yeah, let's talk about our friendship. Damn, we didn't introduce ourselves again.
It's all good.
It's all good. They should know.
I'm Nathaniel.
Hi, I'm
AKA
Nathaniel.
Nate. I go by Nate Traveller.
I'm Josiah, AKA Siah.
Where you at?
Yeah, that works. We've been friends for 12 years at this point.
Yeah.
Going strong.
Beautiful friendship.
Started. We met at youth group at church.
Yep. Accountability partners.
We
met with God.
God.
Went on Mission Miami.
Yeah, we did some missions trips. We
went to
hung out.
Rock the Universe.
Yeah, I just remember this kid coming in and fucking running around like a madman, talking to every single person, making every single person laugh. I'm like, who the hell is he? I want to be friends with him.
I was such a jester.
Yeah, jester's a great way
Yeah,
to
I was
put
like
it.
a jester, like.
And then we started hanging out, and that was just one of those things I remember always just being like, dude, I just want to be friends with that guy. Like, I wanna hang out with Nate, dude. And we would hang out, we would do stuff, and then I think the biggest thing that really started the whole journey for me was you inviting me to a couple of those little Southwest Florida raves.
Oh my gosh. How far do we go into this dimension, dude?
I mean, I don't even know however far you want to go, but I just remember, like, there was a couple times, I think I only went, like, twice.
Yeah.
I, like, went with you.
The extreme air raid.
Extreme
those
air
were
raves.
lethal, bro. Kids were getting, like, stretched out of those. Because extreme air was, like, one of those places that had the trampolines. And so some genius was like, we should throw raves here and bring a bunch of kids here on drugs. And the rest is history, dude.
Yeah, this makes sense. It all adds up.
Yeah.
Kids, drugs,
My boy
trampolines.
Ty got like banged, dude. He got like he split his forehead one time.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
But I remember going to you with one. I feel like I must have been like your ride, maybe even. And it was
Probably.
like we like went in. We said hi to one person, and then you just disappeared. And I was like
Into the darkness.
And I was such a like, I was still trying to find my place at this time, because like I didn't feel like I really fit in at my Christian school. I had moved every 2 years growing up, and like it's like, am I supposed to be friends with older people? Do I get along with these people? And you know me now, I'm just like Mr. Introspective.
Yeah.
And just
My bro
friends
just in
with
the corner
whoever.
at the rave, like.
Dude, what is going on here?
And then we linked that Ultra.
What are drugs? But then that was the thing. It was like you put me on to just this whole other world. And, you know, at that point, my pops passed like the year before.
Rest in
And
peace.
so I was getting into the whole, what do I do now? Like, what do I tap in with? And I think it was probably you too that started it, but putting me on to Joe Rogan. I remember like, yo, dude.
I put Josiah onto a lot of things.
You're like, yo.
These days though, he's been putting me on. I'm like, I fell off.
I've had a good streak recently, to be honest. But I remember you were like, bro, you should listen to this Rogan guy talk about DMT. And I'm like, yo, what is this? This makes no sense.
Because DMT was going around at the time.
DMT was going around at the time. And so I got into Rogan. I got into, oh, dude, look at this successful guy smoking weed. And I was like, I'm going to smoke weed. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to listen to dance music now.
Yeah.
And that was my identity for a little bit. But then, yeah, we met at Ultra. Is that legal? Is that okay to talk?
You say it.
You sold me fake Molly?
No, I didn't sell it to him. It was somebody that I knew. And yeah, that shit was bunk, bro. I will be straight up, and I am sorry, and I have apologized for that. But we were all taking it. It's not like I wasn't on that shit, dude. I was on that shit too, like fucking.
Didn't we like meet up on the grassy hill and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just like, what is?
I remember
going
there
on?
was this one point with me and one of my boys, because we worked at Dairy Queen. We were like out there. We were out there in front of this whole crowd of people, and we were so high that we were like pretending. We were like imaginary, like we were at the station. We were at Dairy Queen, and we were like taking people's orders. It was crazy, dude. It was just kids on drugs.
Dude, and you were so fun to follow around there. Dude, we would be like at main stage Ultra, and you were just like making circles and shuffling your ass off, and we're like the highlight of everyone's moment.
It
We're
was
like, yo,
lit.
who
Like-
is this kid?
Like we said, the jester, for real. It was a time period. And I just want to say, just for the pod's sake, that I don't think Molly is cool anymore. I don't do that. And I would really advise like young kids to not do it and to just give their brains the time to grow before you even. And then if you do want to adventure into those realms of things, like make sure it's tested and make sure it's pure MDMA. Because there are benefits to these things, you know,
most
and hopefully we can see these things open up on more of a.
Well, that was
national
that was.
level.
I mean, that was my whole thing too, because you know, luckily I had enough wherewithal. Funny enough, it's like, yo, alcohol can't really control it. Drugs, I was like, I'm gonna do this on a schedule. I have a calendar.
Yeah.
And but we were at Ultra, and I was doing some mushrooms.
I got Notion.
Yeah.
My brother's in Notion, like Molly on Friday.
But I just remember, because I did a little MDMA, and I did some mushrooms, and was listening to this music, and it was one of the first times that like my heart opened back up again to like love, and like
That'll do it.
Oh, like love is attainable again. You don't have to be sad about your pops. You don't have to be sad about life. Like there's hope. And then because of that, I was like, okay, I had enough discernment to realize like, okay, this thing isn't the thing that got me there. It just showed that it was there.
Exactly.
And so I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna just tap in with love and figure that out. But being there, I remember just seeing all these DJs and seeing all these people working on music and just having a MacBook Pro, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can do this at home. And so that's kind of how that inserted itself into my life. Because because I moved so much growing up. I never like had my thing. I didn't know what my identity was. It wasn't sports. But I came down here. I played sports. I played every sport once. You know.
Yeah.
Fucking sucked at every single one of them.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember playing JV baseball, and it was like the one time like I was in the outfield, pop fly hit right to me, and I like instead of turning around and running to it, I was like walking backwards, and I fell down.
Yeah.
Fell down, and
all the parents are like, dude,
you fucking stupid. Dude, I just
They're looking at
I fell down in the direction of the ball, and I just like slow-mo just watched the ball drop in front of me, and I was like, fuck, dude, there goes my chances. But yeah, no, but then music was the thing. I was like, okay, cool. Because I moved so much, because like I was never in sports seasons, there was always, you know, God bless my parents, there was always a piano in the house. My dad always had a guitar, and so there was always that element. And so, you know, I started working on music, started trying to figure out Ableton. I was like, oh, this is the hardest one to learn. Let's figure it all out.
Yeah, very Josiah.
And so I stumbled around trying to do that for like 2 years. Went to college, went to FGCU. It was so cool. I was like, oh, wait, you're telling me I can get high and sit in this room and make beats? This is what it's all about.
You want to know what we can't miss, though?
What?
Rock the Universe.
Rock the Universe. Yeah, I mean, that is an essential.
Because it did jump from. So just to backpedal it a little bit, there
backpedal
was
it.
another music festival called Rock the Universe. And it was at Universal and Studios, right? And it's a Christian music festival, and Switchfoot was playing. We were meant to live so much. And so
Switchfoot still hits, bro.
Still, bro,
it's
forever.
still
dude.
amazing, bro.
It's forever, bro. Spider-Man. So, you know, Josiah invites me to this with him and his mom and then a friend. And we go up there, and we're just having the best time. I bitched out of, like, a bunch of roller coasters. But you did get me into the Dueling Dragons. Do you remember when we were stuck on the Dueling Dragons just sitting up? You got to remember that, bro. We were stuck for, like, 15 minutes.
I don't know, man.
Didn't we get stuck on the zombie, too?
Maybe.
Bro.
It was just so long ago.
No, we did, bro. There was a ride, the zombie, and we got stuck on there. Like, it stopped. And then it was in the room where the
mummy. The mummy. I remember the mummy.
Oh, yeah, the zombie.
Yeah, because the roof got on fire, and we were just...
It was in the room where the roof was on fire, so it was really hot. And then the ride glitched out, and the dude broke through the window, and then it was just, like, stuck. It was just, like... And so we're sitting here, and then we hear the other one coming up behind us, like, fast as fuck, like, do-do-do-do-do-do. And the adults on the ride are like, everybody brace yourselves, because we thought we were going to get wrecked. And then it just, like, slowly stopped behind us.
Dude, but yeah, so then Rock the Universe had this whole thing where it was just, you know, big Christian festival, and it was closed off to ticket holders of that festival. And so we would be able to be in the park just by ourselves, knowing everyone was just a nice little Christian person.
But we got into the park 2 hours early, right when Wizard World dropped, Harry Potter.
Yes.
And so we got in the park 2 hours early because we stayed at the Hard Rock.
Yeah.
So we could take the little ferry over into the park, which is a really cool thing. That was so much fun.
We got to run that trip back.
I'm so down.
But I remember like going back to your authentic jester self. I don't even know how we. Oh yeah, because so Nate just came up with this play. I don't know if you like saw it somewhere or did it before, but you would just go up to older guys and be like, "Dad, Dad,"
because I'm like this little like 15-year-old like
demon,
3'9" Nate. Yeah, you know, yeah, like little demon child, and I was just like going up to like grown ass men with their wives and shit, like, "Dad." And Josiah was just getting a kick out of it. I remember like breakdancing and shit too, dude. That was so much fun.
Dude, it was the funniest. It was.
But we would have dudes like really confused. They'd be like, "What?" They'd be like, "Where's your parents?" Like,
and this was unending.
Remember Paul, dude?
Yeah, we like.
We met a pastor, dude.
We befriended a pastor, and then he came in on it.
Yeah, he came in on the joke. He was like, "Oh, son."
Yeah, dude, such a great time, bro.
For real, bro.
But yeah, so then I'm in freshman year of college trying to make beats, and then all of a sudden I like go on Facebook and I see Ice, and I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, who knew Nate on top of everything else can sing like a fucking angel?
Yeah.
And then it sounded so well done. I'm like, what is this? Who is this? My best song. I'm like, what is this? Who is this? How is this going down? And then I got nervous. I was like, I want to hit up Nate because I've been making beats, but he doesn't really know this yet. But I'm like, but I haven't made a fucking beat yet, so I'm not gonna do it. And it was like about 2 weeks. It was about 2 weeks.
Didn't I tap in with you?
So this was the story. So it was like 2 weeks of me like thinking about hitting you up, not hitting you up, thinking about hitting you up. And I think it was like Thanksgiving-ish time or something. I was back and staying with my mom for like the week, and we were going to Publix. And I still remember we were like in front of the deli counter, and there was the sweet tea and unsweet tea over there. I was going to get some unsweet tea, and bro, you messaged me on Facebook, and I was thinking about you that morning, and I was like, what the hell? And you were like, bro, it's been forever, we should catch up. I was like, dude, when do you want to come over? And you're like, today. I was like, bet. And I was like, yo, Mom, this is crazy. I was literally just thinking about Nate, because she knew, I showed her the song at that point, and I was like, I should make beats for Nate. And then you came over, and this was like just when my mom was like, all right, I'll be cool with you smoking weed, even after my ass got thrown out of the dorms and like fucking, I was already out of the dorms at that point. Thrown out of the dorms after I got caught in high school for smoking weed. And remember our mystical conversation in the garage?
Yes, the power of now.
Oh, yeah, so we were like sitting out there.
Really Twizzies for real.
It seemed like a moment out of like that 70s show, and we were just like in there, and it's like the whole garage was like covered in smoke. We were smoking a joint, sitting on like paint buckets and talking about life.
Yeah.
And I was basically just asking you, I was like, yo, we're both so happy, you know, because we both went through a lot of different things in our youth, and being accountability partners, we were always talking about where our emotional states
jerking
were at.
off.
Yeah, and so I was like, dude, like, how did you get happy again? Like, what led to that? And you were like, it was a book for me. And I was like, dude, it was a book for me. And then I was like, bro, let's say the book at the count of 3.
Literally like this, bro.
And we're like, 1, 2, 3, the power of now. And we just fucking lost our shit, bro. And that was definitely one of the first like big synchronicities where we're like, yo, something's different here.
Yeah.
And then that led to me making beats, me going to drive, pick you up, come up here, work on music or not work on music.
Yeah.
The whole routine would be go drive down to Bonita, pick up Nate,
like,
go to Whole Foods
like
in
20
Naples.
miles or however fucking long,
Yeah, go deeper.
Because they didn't have the Whole Foods up
They didn't have that Whole Foods,
yet.
so we would go deeper in away from my house to go get you some snacks.
To get some of the red hot, the chips with the
Takis?
No. It was those. They had the spice to it. It was like the cayenne spice red hot brand chips. I don't know. We would just get that guac and like. I remember we would go. He would bring me to Whole Foods, and then we would stand in the chip section for like 10 minutes, and he'd just be looking at me like. He'd just be thinking about the music like, bro, I'm just ready to make a song, dude. I'm just ready to make a song. And I'd just be like fucking around in Whole Foods trying to get all the right stuff.
And then we would come up here, and then I would still just like, I got the push too at that point. So my mom, shout out to my mom, the best.
That
like,
thing is that old?
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
Because my mom supported this whole journey and like would help me get different gear and stuff. And I'm like just trying to figure out all of these different tools at once. So we would sit down, try to make a beat from scratch. It would go nowhere. And then we would go drive you back. And that was the journey for 2 years, bro.
Literally. We would do everything but make a song.
Yeah. There were times where I'd go pick up his ass, come back to the house, and he would be here for like 5 minutes. You know, I don't really want to be inside today. Can you drive me back? And I'd be like, yeah, bro. I'll drive
I was
you
such
back.
a pretty bitch, dude.
I'll drive you back. And keep in mind, the drives weren't like thoughtful conversations. It was like you playing one X song for 40 minutes straight.
Dude,
like,
I'm a troubled one, you know what I'm saying? Nah, dude, I would just...
You're just authentic.
I had to put my boy on, you know what I'm saying? To XXX Tentacion.
No, and then I realized at
Rest
one
in
point,
peace.
I was like, oh, this is what, like, Nate is doing. Like, you primed me to understand what type of music I would end up making for you. Because I was fucking... All of my favorite music for so long was just, like, the couple of songs that
Frank.
you would play. Yep, you put me on to Frank. I'm trying to think who else.
Ned Flanders, dude.
Ned Flanders, Ski Mask, X.
The Florida Boys,
The
yeah.
Florida Boys.
Wi-Fi.
I mean, Steez and Joey.
Yes,
and
dude.
the boys,
Dirty,
the
Flatbush Zombies,
Flatbush,
UA, very
yep,
New
yep.
Yorkish, yeah.
Yeah. You put me on to everything, and then it was 2 years of that, and then the first victory was me. One night, I still remember that night. I mean, I told the story in that YouTube video, but
Yeah.
it was just me. I was sitting here in this exact same like space, and I was just looking at my guitar in the corner, and I was like, dude, you would be so fucking good at the guitar if you've been practicing since 6th grade. Was when I
Just
first
being
started.
hard on yourself.
Just being a little asshole to myself, just like, you fucking suck, man. You would be so much better if you just practice. And I was like, you know what? By the grace of God and whatever, I was like, well, I'm not going to get better if I don't pick it up and try practicing right now. And so I picked up the guitar and I just like plucked around for a couple of minutes. I think the chord from You is actually, it was from a John Mayer book that I had.
Wow.
And John Mayer has these like crazy dexterity in his hands. And so like he would play these weird ass chords. And there was like one small chord that I could play from, I forget what song it was, but it's in the book. It's in the garage out there.
Wow.
And I was like, all right, let me start messing around with this. And I played it, and I was like, oh, this sounds pretty. And I like plucked it, and then I was like, oh, what's the next chord? I can hear it. And then it just moved my hand over once, and I was like, oh, this is it. And that was it. I just recorded that, and I Snapchatted it to you. And then I was like, okay, job done. And I just went and laid in bed. And then I think you called me and you're like, bro. Or no, I think you just Snapchat me back or something, but you're like, bro, put drums on that now and send it back.
Yep.
And so I got my ass out of bed, came back in here, just found a kick and a snare, and just like put basic ass drums on it with the push too and sent it back to you. And I was like, okay, cool. This was actually like the first moment where you were excited about something. I was like, and that was the first time
I was so lit too, because it's like when I put on a beat and it immediately pulls my emotions, it's like that leads straight to the melody, you know what I'm saying? And
I gotta re-zen real quick.
Re-zen.
Take this over.
all right, Zen break. Thing, dude. I feel like when we were at the airport and I was trying to get the fucking apple juice open.
The apple juice.
Bro, it's just not opening, bro. Now it's just embarrassing, dude. Okay, now I'm just embarrassed.
Dude, but then and then I remember the next day at some point you called me. I was like driving around and you're like, dude, I wrote a whole song last night and just sang it over the phone. I was like, what the hell just happened? And then that was like the first like real hit of that feeling of like, oh, I made something that someone got excited about, and then I just heard a whole thing come to life.
Yeah, in a matter of time, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is it. This is the thing we've been searching for.
Absolutely.
And then it was just a long journey of doing all that stuff. I still remember you, that little release party at the facility.
Yeah, that was so special, man. Shouts out the facility. Shouts out Malik, from at the time Curate.
Yep.
He really looked out, bro. He came out of pocket with his own money.
Wow.
Seriously, to help me do that. Yeah, and same thing with my girlfriend at the time. She had helped too. It was so cool. Like everybody was really throwing down, and it was so special, man.
Remember you had like the Natura wine there.
Yeah,
like
dude, that organic wine.
That organic wine and like the cheese and crackers and everything. And
Yep.
got to sit front row and just like cried as we listened to all the songs, and it was just so special. And then that record came out, and dude, I mean, was it the first one to hit 1,000 streams too?
I think Reflection got playlisted on Emotional Bars before You got playlisted on. But You was the one that like really started to move fast when it got on the playlist. But yeah, it was a different time too. Like there was this woman at Spotify, and she just like found my stuff and just showed love. Like I remember her, she was just in the cut, dude. I wish I knew, like her. She has like a really long name, So like I don't want to butcher it, but I just appreciate her so much. I wish I could just thank her for
Yeah.
showing us it was possible and that there was people out there that connect with it and would help.
Yeah,
champion
I
us.
remember when it hit 1,000 streams, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is insane. And
Yeah,
then
same.
one day it was like 5,000 streams. I'm like, this is actually insane.
Yep. I remember being at work and being like, oh shit, like my career, like this. I remember being at work and being like, oh shit, this shit's actually taking off right now. Like I think this is gonna work out.
Yeah. Such a special time, man. And then to just see the life that that record has had and, you know, stream the way that it has and has grown the way that it has. Even that video, me talking about the record and how it came to life from my side, that video is titled Our First Song Hit 7 million views, and it's at 12 million now.
Wow.
You know, it's like even the fact that it still moves the way that it does and touches people the way that it does. I mean, I remember the first time where was it? Was it like Indonesia or something? Like you hit me up that like someone DM'd you from like the Philippines or somewhere, and I was like, bro, people are listening to our music
Yeah.
on the other side of the world.
I remember when there was a moment in the Philippines where like that's where like we were getting a lot of traction. I was like, hey, we up in the Philippines.
Yeah, it was so incredible, bro.
Absolutely. It was just like refreshing to be like, okay, we can do this. It was inspiring. It was very encouraging.
Yeah,
rather.
very encouraging. And then you
Goes on to Clouds.
yeah, it goes
Transforms, metamorphosizes into a Stutterhouse banger
yeah,
because of our boy Bunt.
because of our boy Bunt.
Shouts out Bunt, dude.
Shouts out Bunt, man. Yeah, what a blessing that was. I remember, and that's such a cool thing too about TikTok, of like just seeing it resonate with people and then people wanting a record so bad, you know, because we got hit up in about like November. I think you first got hit up, and then December it was your house had gotten flooded.
Yeah, or no, it was September. Or no, I think it was top of October the crib flooded.
Yeah.
And it was right around that time that bro he had reached out like personally, and so I didn't get back to him because it was so chaotic. Like the day after the flood, literally all the homies had to go. And shouts out the homies for this. Like my family deeply thanks you guys. They all came through and we knocked out all the drywall, cut out all the carpet. Smells like piss and shit. It was like really rough.
I played a crossplay on Chris, Kodak the boss, yeah, bitch. ATB, kid, that boy cut though. Walk in my room, it's a gun show, and I get off the gun smoke house the melt.
Dude, I remember how big that pile of trash was on
So big, dude. And my family has moved back into the house now. God is the greatest. And you know, those things happen to show us how we're supported, I truly believe, because we felt so supported and loved. And all the people that came through, like, thank you so much.
We talked about it the other day, but the irony of like Nate was staying with me and we were just like, oh yeah, hurricane party. You threw out that idea. I remember too. I was like driving on 75 and you're like, we're going to come over to work on a record. And that's where Green Eyes came from, and all of that energy. We had Mark over, we had Seb over, we had Cappy. We were just chilling. And you're like, yo, do you want to just turn this into a hurricane party? I was like, dude, stay with me for the weekend. You
And
know?
it turned into a hurricane bender, dude.
Dude, it turned into a hurricane bender.
My dumb ass is like running around outside doing fucking news clips from the neighborhood. Like the lake over here looked like a damn ocean. And we were like making light of it because that's what we do as Floridians with hurricanes. But the moment that shit hit and it's like people's houses are flooding, and my sister and her partner were in the crib at the time that flooded, and so it just got so serious so fast that I was like, oh shit, I deleted all the videos.
Yeah, maybe we delete the videos.
I went through like a fucking crisis. I was like, oh shit, I gotta delete these.
Yeah, no, it's wild.
I still think the videos are fucking hilarious.
The videos are still hilarious. The
I'm gonna
videos
go
are
back
so
and find
good.
them, bro.
You already know they're already gonna be playing. They're gonna be playing right now.
Do not come outside. The hurricane is going. It's really hard right now. I'm selling shit. Alright, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, do not come outside. I repeat, do not come outside. It is monsooning. As you can see here, we're at a lake and it looks like the ocean.
But yeah, man, it's such a good time of just like understanding where music could go, and then just seeing that potential of Oh wow, because it is just that thing where it's like if you can get one person to be a fan, sky's the limit.
Absolutely.
You know, and so
Like a genuine fan.
Yeah.
That like cries to your music.
yeah, wow. I mean, what people have used it as weddings. It's been songs that people
Seriously.
have fallen in love to. You know?
Absolutely, man. I've gotten some very heartfelt messages about that song.
So special, man. And then here we are, just still doing it, still piecing it all
Still
together.
doing it. And now we have a very strong support system. It was always there, but now it's like fully integrated. No, not even fully integrated, because I know there's some heavy hitters that are right around the corner.
Yeah.
But just blessed, man. Seriously, like this path is such a path of miracles, and it couldn't be any other way. You know, we've never expected, you know, the blessings. They just came and then blew our mind, and then showed us like keep going. You know, like it was like the little trail of blessings that was like, hey, keep going.
Most definitely. And I think it resonates with both of us, but like having that faith too after you have the blessing come in and you're just like, still a lot of this shit doesn't make sense, but we're gonna just keep going after it.
Absolutely. Yeah,
like,
no.
It's like the judgment of peers or people older than us,
being in front of people, understanding that we're moving out further in front of people and we're still developing as humans. I don't think that'll ever end. I think we're always going to be evolving and growing and learning more and having to make adjustments within ourselves. So yeah, definitely that aspect of it too, of like, oh shit, you know, like, you know, I gotta fucking be, you know, I gotta really be solid, you know, like I want to make sure that we're building this and this structure has got all the foundation and that we're putting all the right intention into this.
Yeah. No, it's been so special, bro. And then yeah, it's just like that thing that we were talking about, you know, then to see like, oh, it's not just exclusive to us. It's like, then there's just other little rock stars popping up around here that are on our team, you know.
Seb, Mark.
Dude, it's so special to just see like, yo, there is something down here. There is something in the water.
100%. There's a crystal grid up here under the fucking earth or some shit.
And it's not even just like the talent that they provide, but it's like, dude, I have like younger brothers now.
Seriously.
It's like,
and it's so cool to be in here and like be like, because I never really understood how I could really help other artists, and it's so cool to see how like I could sit in the sessions and help structure certain things and apply my experience, and it's just so cool, dude. It's like having little bros, and they really express like, yo, we look up to you, but in the same way, it's like, dude, I look up to you, and you really keep a fire under my ass. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like the record you just played with Seb, Breathe, so good.
so
What was it,
good.
Daylight? By Mark?
Daydreams.
Daydreams, yeah, my fault. Daydreams by Mark, so good. Like, literally angelic.
Yeah. No, it's so special. And that's that thing, too, where, you know, when you start building those relationships with the younger guys, and then all of a sudden you're like fucking finding yourself, like, crying to this, and you're like, yo, what the hell is going on,
I know,
bro?
for real.
Like, what the hell is going on? And so many times, too, even with our own music, you know, I always talk about it, but, like, there's always a moment where the song takes on a different life, you know. It's like,
absolutely,
dude, like Bittersweet, you know, like
Yeah.
I remember having those chords. I was going through a breakup at the time, and I was so fucking like heartbroken and sad,
right
and,
on the
like,
back porch.
yeah. And all I could do was get those chords out on the keys, and I tried putting drums to it or structuring it for a week, and I just like I couldn't muster up the energy to be around it. We're just some emotional boys.
For real.
And then I think you had gotten back from Colorado.
Yep.
And it was my first time seeing you, and we're just sitting on the back porch out in the beautiful little sanctuary that you guys have, and dude, me sweating. Call back to sweating. I just had like it's just a humid ass day, and I'm sitting there.
Yeah, no, it was rough. My boy was sweating bullets.
Dude,
for sure.
I sweat through the whole shirt, and I was like, yo, I worked on these chords. I can't figure it out where it's going, but this is because I have that in my brain somehow, where it's like, oh, this is a Nate record. Like, this is Nate's for sure. And I knew it, and I just didn't know what to do with it. And then I just started diving into drums and just started chopping. It was like fucking like 10 different drum tracks that I was just putting together, and you just wrote the whole thing right there.
Yeah.
In the matter of like 30-40 minutes, we had just had a whole idea just come to fruition. But then it's crazy how it's like came out a certain heartbreak, and then you know, like a year later, I'm sad from another heartbreak, and then that song like spoke to me
Always very timely.
in a different way. It's like
Yeah.
it takes on a new life, and a lot of these things do that. And to be able to do that with our own music,
Yeah.
it's like, what the hell?
For real, see how it clicks in all these different situations.
Yeah, because I'll never forget the feeling of like driving you back home after a failed session. And I'm just like, is this gonna?
Dude, I've
Is
left
this what
here
I'm supposed
crying
to be
before,
doing?
like straight up. Like I've left here like, and my ears were a lot that had to do with it because I have a condition called hyperacusis. It's an audio sensitivity. It surfaced about 3.5 years ago, coming up on 4. And so, you know, Josiah and Cappy have really helped me just like hone in and understand how this is still possible. But there were sessions where I would be in here and I would be trying to write and the sounds and everything, hearing the music, and my ears would be so irritated, and I would just get so upset.
Yeah.
And Josiah would be driving me home because I didn't have a car at the time, and I would just be crying like, "Bring me to the hospital, bro."
Yeah, bro. And yeah, such a journey, man. Because that was that thing. Like I would remember thinking, I'm like, will I ever like want to listen to one of my beats again? Will I ever like want to listen to one of these songs? And then, you know, we got you, and we got a couple other things coming, and I was like, oh, I'm starting to like enjoy what I'm working on. And then, you know, when I was working at Apple, that was a fucking like 50-minute drive some days, and it started getting to a point where I could drive the whole way there and listen to songs from you, from Mark, from Seb, be like, yo, I can drive a whole car ride, just listen to things that I made with my friends and like actually like thoroughly enjoy it. Like I'm not convincing myself that I enjoy it. Like I love these songs. And then somehow other people do too. It's like, what a blessing.
So special.
It's been really cool, man. It's
So
been
now
really
we're here.
exciting. And now we're here.
And we got Travel with Friends rolling out.
Yeah, what is Travel with Friends?
So
dude?
Travel with Friends is the first of many projects.
That will be entitled
Travel with Friends. Yes. And so the whole point of it is like, you know, get the boys, get the squad, find where we want to go in America or outside of America. We'll get there eventually. And then, you know, we pack up the equipment, we travel, we get there, we showcase the local businesses that we resonate, we make new friends. And yeah, it's been really cool. Like he'll throw up something on the screen of us walking through this woman's B&B. You know, she like gave us all, we booked out this spa B&B the last day of the Blue Ridge Mountain trip because we, this Travel with Friends, we drove up to Georgia in the Blue Ridge Mountains, and I made a friend, Cherie, right?
Yep.
And shouts out Cherie at the Legacy B&B in Blue Ridge Mountains. And yeah, she came through and gave me a massage at the cabin because I'm a pretty bitch. No, because
Shout out to Paco, dude. And we were just like, yo, Paco, this guy needs a massage now. And he
no,
was
facts, because my ears were like throbbing, and it really helps. Like acupuncture and massage is like fucking prima donna or whatever as it seems. Like massage and acupuncture really helps. So I just had her do like craniosacral, and like she really massaged my neck and stuff, which helped with the, you know, to endure the rest of the trip. And so at the end of the trip, we book out the full her B&B spa, and we just brought the boys in. She had like an infrared sauna. She had the jacuzzi. She's got a setup, dude.
She had a chessboard.
A chessboard. Nikki got smashed on.
In 4K.
And she cooked us a whole meal.
Yeah, her son just so happened to also have a vegan
gluten-free
food truck.
There was gluten-free croutons.
That smacked, bro.
That was like unheard of.
Yeah. So good, bro. Such a beautiful trip. And then, yeah, the whole idea of just being able to put on your friends and the people you believe in. Who have we had on this project so far? Who can we expect to see?
So we got dear brothers and my partner on this project. We got AK the Savior, which is just fucking legend. If you don't know, now you know.
Yeah, you used to just play me his music in car rides.
Yeah,
non-stop.
Underachievers, Indigoism. I got the yacht right here. So it was you know, we got AK on there. We got Life of Tom. Shouts out my boy, dude. Real force to be reckoned with. We got One Way on Rain Dance. We got Seb, Mark, Alex. I don't want to leave anyone else out. I'm like let me know. I don't want to blank. Vita, yeah, my partner, my amazing partner, very talented on Mountains, and she thrashed it. And we got more songs coming too. Are we leaving anybody out?
I don't think we're leaving anybody out.
I'm gonna feel so bad if we do, but I'm sorry.
No, I think that's everyone.
Okay, we nailed it.
We nailed it. We've got
We got production
we got
from
production.
you, Silk Beats. Shouts out the boys, Kurt,
Yeah.
Sam, and Gabe. Legendary, like real in-house producer status. We got Cappy all over it. Cappy doing the heavy lifting.
Got Nicky Boy.
Nicky Boy shredding
Third
third wheel.
Wheel.
Yeah, what a beautiful song.
What
That
an
came to
amazing
life.
song. I'm gonna D's in for a second.
Really?
Just gonna take it out for a second, you know.
I feel that.
Again, I'm up right now.
I'm up right now.
But yeah, man, it's been such a beautiful journey, and to figure it out, and it's like, you know, I came on managing. Zen fell. The Zen just like slowly fell. That was the old one though. But yeah, I came on halfway through or in the beginning of the rollout, Born and Raised.
Born erased.
And this has been like the first one where I got to dive into the notion and
Yep.
playing out
My
all
boy
the
got it
songs.
organized. Like, I'm so organized because of Josiah now. Like, all my chaos has been codified and de-escalated. It's been great.
And so it's just been such a fun journey to, you know, because I didn't know what the hell I was signing up for when I got into management, nor music in the first place. But then one day I just got to wake up and be like, you know, because when I was going to college, I was like, oh, I'm going to be a psychologist, or, oh, I'm going to be in business, or, oh, I'm going to be a computer scientist. Or I was trying to do so many different things. And one day I was able to wake up and be like, oh, wow, I get to be like a therapist to like some of these younger brothers.
Yeah.
I get to like impact people with the music that we make and touch them that way. I get to be creative. I get to be business. And then that side of my brain that's like, oh, building a business, management.
Yep. Sunday morning.
Blessed.
Was
able to finally get to a spot where I'm like, oh, I'm doing all of the things. And then on this journey, you know, it's just been really understanding what it means to like put together a project, what it means to bring in all of the cover art and getting everything lined up
to man the ship.
And how do we do merch and how do we do the rollout. And so it's just been such a beautiful, fun journey. And yeah, now we're coming to a close with such a nice little victory lap where we got Green Ice coming out with all the boys. We get to support all the homies, and it's such a beautiful banger of a record.
Yep.
We've got the project dropping. We got the performance coming up. And then
Big
we got
performance.
Peace and Silence dropping, man.
Peace and Silence.
Which is such a
such a banger. I feel like
such
that's
a
a
banger.
global banger.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's all Bunt does.
Yeah, most definitely.
Like I've like I haven't heard one from him where I'm like, nah, this is off.
Yeah.
Like it's been like hits.
Yeah. No, he kills it, bro.
The
That
Love record
Love
with
record.
Johan Lennox, bro. And the original record is fire too. That kid is fire. That dude
Yeah.
is like
Yeah.
he's nice with the strings. We gotta like pull him in on Merboish in a way. Have him touch it somehow.
Let's make it happen. But yeah, it's just it's a really cool spot that we got ourselves in, man. And we're gonna finish this year out strong.
Absolutely.
Gonna get a couple more trips in, some little brotherly hangs.
We got the pod cracking.
We got the podcast going. I guess we should touch on the name Morweiser, right?
Morweiser.
Morweiser. Still,
The double salute is that's ours. We own that.
we own that now. That is us. I think it just comes from like, yeah.
A joke. It was like, oh, you got to be more wiser, like saying it in like the dumbest way, and then it
And
was just,
healthy
like,
self-reflection that we're not always the wisest.
yeah, we're
people.
not always the wisest, and it was just like more wiser. We were like, damn, that's like, why does that sound like a?
What is
We
that?
could run with that. We
Yeah.
could make a whole brand by that. We could put out NA,
Yeah,
NAs, non-alcoholics.
most definitely. And so that's us. We're more wiser.
Sober boys
We're sober boys,
on our sober journey.
dude. So blessed for the sobriety journey.
So
Day-
proud of us, dude. Proud
day-
of you, man.
Day 11 over here.
Let's go. Day 11.
Day 11.
I don't even know. I'm like day 5 because I picked up the ZA again. I forwarded to the ZA when I got back from LA. I didn't forward to the ZA in LA, surprisingly. And I came back and I was like, you know what? Time for some deep rest. And now I'm bouncing back, though.
No, we're feeling so good, bro. The sobriety journey feels amazing, you know, because, I mean, I think the biggest thing for me with alcohol was just, you know, going through this whole journey of going down the road less traveled. I'm like, I might as well drink on the road. You know?
Yeah.
Like there's so many different things.
Might as well get wasted.
Yeah, there's so many different things coming in, and my brain is so inclined to overthink every single situation. So I'm
Same.
like, hey, maybe I can shut that off a little bit.
We're definitely both obsessive. We got the OCD thing going.
Oh, most definitely.
I got my little compulsions even.
Most
On
definitely.
my face.
And so just like, all right, well, maybe we can find some sort of like tool to like shut these things off so we can just focus on music. And then thankfully you wake up and you're like, this isn't as efficiently as I could be right now.
And with Travel with Friends, for so long, because of my ears, because alcohol is almost like a temporary anti-inflammatory because it thins your blood or whatever, so it would help me, endure the sound when I would be in studio sessions. It would help me just get through the sessions. I would just get drunk and I would zone out. And so I ended up using it as this crutch, and it became really unhealthy. And so Travel with Friends, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to record this without drinking at all. And I proved to myself that I could do it. And it was really cool to do that. But we're keeping all the volume down. We have a very controlled environment the way we do this. So even with the show, it's going to be really interesting to work everything out because I haven't performed like that in years. Years. So I'm nervous, obviously because I haven't performed. So we're rehearsing. But, the most nerve-wracking part is really making sure that my ears are safe on this journey. So we got Dave from Artistic Science, our good friend.
Dave.
Shouts out Dave. Shouts out Artistic Science. And he's going to help us out, work out some of the stuff. And we already met with him, and we're starting to put together the plan so that I can be safe and I can deliver a fun performance.
Most definitely, man.
Absolutely.
It's exciting, bro. It's an exciting time full of many blessings. And, just, again, to just be so present during all of it and make our way through to the other side and getting these little victories along the way.
Absolutely.
It's really nice. It's really nice to see. And just leads to so much more things that we get to create.
Absolutely.
And collab on.
More creativity.
Yeah.
And we're still open to more producers and everything, because I don't I can play instruments, but I really have so many talented instrumentalists around me that I lean into that. But we're still open. We want to work. We want to expand our network and find more talent and just connect and build.
Yeah, most definitely.
So if you see this and you got bangers and you want to land one with Nate Traveller,
send them through.
Yeah.
Maybe hit my email because he might lose it.
Yeah, hit Josiah because it's gonna be unorganized. And we're gonna forget that you made the beat, and then we're gonna have to find you somehow.
And we'll have to hunt you down. Well, brother.
Well, shit. Where we at? How long?
Dude, it's a light 51 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a solid first pod.
I think that's a solid first
Great
pod, bro.
intro.
Great little intro.
Yeah.
It took a couple times to get to it, but I think
this is the best one.
This is the best one,
Absolutely.
bro. This is the best one. We're going to go play some golf today.
Yep.
Celebratory.
Last time I took him. Last time I got him, so we'll see what he can do.
Whatever, bro. Whatever, bro. It was my new irons. They're throwing me off. No, but we're going to go out to one of my favorite little spots.
Let's get it.
Go at the end of the day. We're going to see the clouds come out. We're going to see the sun set. Just vibe out. I'm going to fucking turn my phone off, bro, and just enjoy
For real.
a little golf.
Just zone out.
Just zone out. Play some golf with the boy.
Let's get this shit.
Yeah, let's get this shit.
Let's get it, bro. That's it?
That's it. On to the next one.
Let's go. On to the next. Morweiser.
Morweiser.
Good shit.
Good shit.